Can I start?
Okay, so I'll just do an introduction,
No problem.
Mr. Jemaar. So from my side, welcome to the latest edition of Kairos's Tertiary Spotlight. I'm Annerine Benold, Director of Kairos Academy, and it's a real pleasure to be here with you today. I must apologize, my video is giving problems, so that's why you will only see my logo. So apologies for that. I had the privilege of meeting with UCT representatives early here in February, and I'm excited about deepening our relationship moving forward and especially connecting with all of you. At Kairos, we support South African families with grade R to 12 by providing the American diploma as a school exit, along with personalized planning and consultation services. We are incredibly proud to be part of a global network of over 50,000 students, with 1,200 plus of them working directly through Kairos. Now, while our primary focus is on guiding school-aged children and families, we understand just how crucial it is to build a clear pathway from school to university. And that's why we are thrilled to be engaging with an outstanding tertiary institution like UCT, which plays an important role in shaping future leaders. Now, speaking of UCT, did you know that it's ranked as a top university in Africa and is just outside the top 10% of the universities globally, according to the respected 2025 QS rankings? I believe this is quite an impressive feat. So congratulations to UCT. Today, we are excited to offer this special opportunity for our US Diploma families and students to engage directly with a UCT representative. They and Mr. Jemaar will soon share more about what makes UCT such a prestigious institution and how it can be the perfect fit for your academic journey. A big thank you to everyone joining us today, and we hope that you make the most of this session and get all your questions answered, especially as we approach the 2026 enrollment cycle, which kicks off in less than 2 weeks. And now it's my pleasure to hand you over to Mr. Johannes Jemaar, who is UCT's Manager of Student Recruitment. Mr. Jemaar, please feel free to then continue with your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Anaveen, and I'm happy to be here. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Johannes Jemaar. I'm the Student Recruitment Manager at UCT. So we're 4 people that visit schools, and we do sometimes the webinars, Zoom or virtual meetings, and also in-person meetings at schools and exhibitions and so forth. So Anthony already said a lot about this, so I'm not going to spend much about this, so just have a look. So we don't also say a lot about this. We want people to read about us. So UCT in numbers, we have about 30,000 students, and they come from all over the world. So international student population is roughly 5,000 students, undergrads 18,000, and 12,000 are postgraduate students. So we have a very diverse university when you come to UCT, and you just bring your flavor also to UCT, and we can make something nice of it. So first year, we received roughly 99,000 applications, and people, we roughly between 54 and 60,000 people, because you have 2 choices when you apply to UCT, but some people apply for one only. So the applicant is the person, application is the particular program that you apply to. So that's why you see the 99,000 applications. It is not people, but the programs that you apply to. And we have space for 4,500 students. So academic performance is a very important criteria for us, and extra stuff don't really play a role in acceptance at UCT. So we have 6 faculties to choose from. So your 2 choices can be in one faculty, or it can be in two different faculties. We look at both choices at the same time. So it is a concurrent process. So we don't look at the one first and then move to the other one. We look at both at the same time, depending if your all information is available for us to make an assessment. So the first faculty is the Faculty of Commerce. Here we offer the BCom and Business Sciences degree mainly. So BCom and Business Sciences, so when you apply for one choice basically. So you'll apply for BCom/Business Sciences. So what will happen? First year, you will sit in the same class basically. So the BCom student and Business Sciences student will share the same space basically. Only in your second year, then you will specialize. So after 6 months, after your first test, they will kind of shift people. And after 6 months, you will make the choice what to specialize in. Either BCom maybe in accounting, business sciences in marketing, whatever you want to do. So what happened in the BCom and business sciences? So first year, that generic first year, we will expose you to accounting, to management stuff, economics, finance, business computing. You will do marketing, organizational psychology, analytics, and much more. Then in your second year, it is semester courses basically. In your second year, now you will do the specialization basically. So the BCom, you need to do honors after that. The business sciences come with an honors equivalent. So the business science, the reason why it is a science also, you will study the science of people, the science of business, and all of that. They expose you to a variety of stuff. So here, you need mainly mathematics. You don't need to have accounting at school. Mathematics and English, the main subjects that's required in this particular program. We also have actuarial sciences. Actuarial sciences just need the higher math equivalent, but as I said before, you only have one choice in this particular faculty. Say, for instance, you apply for actuarial sciences, you can't get in based maybe on mathematics mark or whatever, then the faculty will say, okay, give this student a chance in the business science or the BCom side, but the faculty will do that assessment when you apply. The next faculty is the Faculty of Engineering and Built Environment. Here we offer programs like your mechanical engineering, civil, electrical, mechatronics, chemical engineering. We also have other programs. So when you apply, please don't apply for programs that only require the higher number of math and physical sciences. An easy one may be construction studies. You can still change from construction studies to your preferred engineering discipline, but you need to have the conversation with the faculty, and your first year result will be a very important result in order for the faculty to do the change in curriculum for you. So the engineering programs, the core engineering programs like mechanical, mechatronics and stuff, mainly math and physical sciences. We have other programs also like architectural studies. There you need mathematics only. But you also need to submit a portfolio of some drawings that you need to draw. So we will say to you what you need to draw. We also have property studies. Property studies is similar to accounting stuff. So here you need mathematics only. But it's to do with the real estate industry, property development, and macro and microeconomics. You can work for big banks, real estate agencies, and you can also maybe work self-employed basically. We also have geomatics. So the UCT degree will give you the cutting edge in terms of your competitiveness with other universities or in the same field basically, because we will really expose you to a variety of stuff. The third faculty is the Faculty of Health Sciences. So here we have a few specializations. The first one is medicine. So in medicine, we only take South African citizens, or you need to have permanent residence in South Africa. The required subjects here will be your mathematics, physical sciences, and English, and any other three. In terms of medicine, after 6 months, the faculty will assess your physics and your mathematics. If it's not up to our standard, then we will take you out of the class, put you in a different class, and then give you the necessary support in order for you to succeed. Because for university, at the end of the day, you need to leave with a qualification and not just with a student card. Then we have physiotherapy. Physiotherapy, we look at mathematics and one science at least, either, I don't know, in your case, maybe biology, but in South African CAPS curriculum, it will say maybe life sciences. So it's life sciences, biology, or physical sciences and mathematics, a 4-year degree program. Then we have audiology, we have occupational therapy and speech and language pathology. These programs you can also study with mathematics and one of the sciences. Humanities. This is now a program where you can apply to for the BA or the Bachelor of Social Sciences. But when you apply for the general BA or Bachelor of Social Sciences, you will apply for the name only. So here they need mathematics only. So you will do your subject selection only once you come to the university. So a subject advisor will sit with you and you will say, I want to do psychology. I want to do philosophy. I want to do anthropology, linguistics, lots of languages, and so forth. We don't have a name degree like BA journalism, but we offer the journalism program in there. So you need to do as your major, maybe media and writing to become a journalist and other languages and stuff. If you want to become a TV presenter, you do film and television, and you construct your own degree basically. For the psychology, we actually need mathematics, but if you don't have mathematics, then you need to write the MBTs, and the MBTs, they you need at least 70% in your QL, your quantitative literacy component. If you don't have the 70% there, you don't have the mathematics at school, then you need to do a mathematics course that's tailored to psychology students at the university. But the subject advisor will explain all of this stuff to you. So here you will construct your degree. You can do whatever you like, philosophy, politics, economics. If you want to choose economics also, you need to have math at least at school. You can still do computer sciences here in this faculty, but you must have done math and physical sciences because the science faculty requires mathematics and physical sciences. So here's also other programs like your social work. That is now a structured program. The faculty will give it to you, or you apply for it and you do whatever the faculty say you must do in a particular program. Then we also have theatre and performance. It's not only about acting stuff, but there you need to submit a portfolio of your acting skills. You come for an audition. We also have music, singing, and music instrument playing. You need to have certain grades maybe, or you also need to have certain theory, a level of your music theory knowledge, please. Then we also have your dancing. They also need to submit a portfolio, and visual arts. For that also you need to submit a portfolio. The faculty or the department will then communicate to you when you need to submit that portfolios. The next faculty is Faculty of Law. Law also, you only need English and any other subjects that the university accept. So for your LLB, that is straight after school. You do a 4-year LLB. That's equivalent to an honors degree. But then, as I mentioned before, you have 2 choices at UCT. So maybe one choice is the BA or the Bachelor of Commerce degree. So now first year, you don't do law stuff. You first do maybe BA, you just do psychology and media and writing there as majors, or you do the BCom. Now second year, you continue with the BA or BCom, and you start with first year law. Third year, you complete your BA or BCom, and you're busy with second year law also. So now you graduate in 1 degree. And in year 4 and 5, you do the law stuff only. So yeah, it gives you a nice preparation to get into the law faculty. And companies really want these type of people because they're more versatile. They can bring other skills to the company. They don't just bring law stuff. Maybe in a BA, you did psychology and you bring some psychology stuff. You understand people, why they behave in certain ways and stuff. You did media and writing, you write nice reports and all of that. In the BCom, you bring financial stuff and you're an asset to the company. Then you have the graduate LLB. So here you need to have a degree already. So maybe a BA, BCom, BSc, whatever degree you have, but you decide to do law. It is not a postgrad. You will still study an undergrad, but you don't need to submit all information as an undergrad will do because you have a degree already. But you apply in your last year of your initial degree. And then it will take 3 years or 2 years if you did some undergrad law stuff in your initial degree at UCT. So that is the law stream. The last faculty is the Faculty of Science. Now, in the science faculty, here you mainly need mathematics and physical sciences. So when you apply, if this is one choice, you will apply then for science, but you must choose 2 programs. You will select 2 programs during your application process. You can do stuff like genetics and human anatomy and physiology as your 2 programs. So for 3 years, you will do 2 programs. In your honors year, you do 1 program. Then you specialize in 1 program only. You can do computer science, computer engineering, marine biology, astrophysics, biochemistry and chemistry, physics and applied biology, marine biology, and whatever you choose. There's also environmental sciences, so it's environmental and geographical sciences, and archaeology. So the last 2, EGS and archaeology, do not require the physical sciences component. So maybe EGS, mathematics and geography is okay, or maybe biology, life sciences, that will be okay to study EGS, environmental sciences. So now the point system. So now this is now the NSC point system, but I will just speak briefly about American system, how we accept you. So we don't have a clear guideline for the American system because the schools vary from state to state, the qualifications basically. Then what we do, we will assess the American system, the American diploma, individually and on merit. So each student will be looked at individually. There's not a generic form or formula that we have for them. I will just open up these numbers. As you can see, this is for the NSC because we add the percentages to take percentage out of 600. The health sciences only, that's why it's 810. We take that out of 900 because there we also add the MBT. So what do you need to do in American Diploma Association? So you need to then apply to American University and then submit the admission letter to us. When the acceptance letter, basically, you submit that to us. Or you can also write the SATs, and certain faculties look, or all faculties will basically look at the SATs also in conjunction with your school leaving results. So your subjects must mainly be like similar to the NSC stuff. So for instance, in some places, maybe we don't look at Definity and maybe you do psychology at school because that's a really career pathway subject that you do at school, but we don't take that into consideration for the admission purposes. But stuff similar to or equivalent to the NSC subjects that we have. So the MBTs, you need to write for all faculties. But if you're an international student, you don't need to write MBT for certain faculties, basically. But for any other faculty, if you're an African student, you need to write the MBT. The MBT is like 3 components. The components, the first one will be academic literacy and quantitative literacy. We call them QL and AL. So those 2 will form the first test, basically. That is a 3-hour test. The next one, mathematics, will be another 3-hour test. So people that apply for BCom, the commerce faculty, you don't write mathematics MBTs. People that apply for law and humanities also don't write the mathematics component. You may rewrite MBTs. If you don't do well in the first time around, the second time you can write again. So what will happen? So we take individual components at this highest. So for instance, your AL. If you have 80% there the first time around, you improve to 85, we will then take the 85 AL component. If you have in QL 75, you drop to 50, we will keep the 75. Mathematics, if you maybe have 60, you improve to 65, we take the 65. So whatever component is the highest, we will take that. Some faculty will say proficient, then you must know what does proficient mean. So proficient means that you need to have between maybe 70 to 100, that is proficient. Upper intermediate, maybe between 55 and something, intermediate, and all of that stuff you need to understand. But in a certain faculty, for instance now, they will say, in academic literacy, you have maybe, you need 52, and you have the 52. Then you don't need to rewrite because you meet that criteria. Then in QL, they say 55, and you are 54. 54 is not 55. Then you go and rewrite the test. The tests are valid for 3 years, and you may rewrite them at least once. All universities look at the same test, if need be. Some universities only maybe look at one faculty, look at the MBT, and some universities don't even look at the MBT. But the data we use to see your readiness maybe for the university. That's why MBT is compulsory for UCT, but 2 faculties, they just happy that you write the MBT. Housing, I'm not going to spend much time here. You just say, yes, I need accommodation. That's part of the application process, one of the steps. And you may say yes or no. I always say yes, keep the option open. You may go stay in private address, but still there's an option in case the private address doesn't work out. We don't have enough rest for everyone. You say in the beginning, I said we take 4,500 people and we have 30,000 students, but we have 7,000 bed space. And we give 2,250 first year's bed space. So we don't have enough, but we have buses that transport you between the faculty and certain areas, and also in a certain radius in Cape Town, like Rondebosch, Newlands, Claremont, and even the Cape Town CBD, we bus them from there. So in Cape Town, we have Hidden Campus. The buses, they go park there at Hidden Campus, some of them, and we have designated bus stops along the way. Not a lot of them, only a few, and then the bus take you to campus, back and forth. Buses start in the morning at 6:30. It ends the next morning, 1:30. Libraries are open 24/7. Certain sections are open for you to study. The loan section may be closed, but others will remain open, and you can study all night through. You have the buses available, free Wi-Fi, uncapped, so you can do your research and assignments and all of that stuff. Financial aid, so I'm not going to spend much time here. So we have the VC scholarship, we have the internet scholarship, we have sports scholarship, we have NSFAS, we apply this the government student financial aid scheme, and then we also have gap funding. But gap funding, you only apply for UCT once you're a UCT student. NSFAS, you apply, we need the NSFAS data. Sports scholarship, you apply if you have provincial colors in any kind of sport or national colors, and then you apply for the sports scholarship. It is a separate application. Intern scholarship, each faculty, based on your performance at school, have their own intern scholarship. But then we have the VC scholarship work like this. It is for the top 10 NSC Western Cape, the top 10, top 15 nationally NSC exam, the top 5 IEB students, top 10 in Math Olympiad, top 10 in English Olympiad, top 10 in computers or Cat Olympiad. So you need to participate in Olympiads, and then some people homeschool, they sometimes the winners in the Olympiad, and we give them 100,000 Rand. And that money is renewable for 3 years. So if you end up on a Dean's Merit List first year, you can get the Vice Chancellor Scholarship again. The same can happen in second year, in third year, depending on your results at the university. Intern scholarship, that is now faculty-based. So if humanities give you the scholarship, you need to study a humanities program. If law gives you the scholarship, you need to study a law program. So that is how the scholarship work at UCT. The intern scholarship may be between 20, 50, 100,000 Rand, also faculty specific. I'm not going to spend much time here. Also going to skip this slide. And now campus tours. Campus tours happen through bookings. You book and you can come and we drive you around campus basically. So it's a basic tour basically. So you email Michelle or Wood, or you email the admissions office, then we can drive around 1 hour drive around. We also walk into a lecture hall to get a feel of the lecture hall. We walk to the library. If the hall is open, the main hall is open, we walk to the main hall. Then we visit, like you see the picture you see now, that is upper campus. So 4 faculties are housed there. That's engineering faculty, the commerce faculty, science faculty, and the humanities faculty. We have 2 arrays there, the buildings closer to the field. That is basically your girls for full hall is for girls, and the men's race is upper campus race on the far right. Then next to it is your indoor sports center, the rugby field. Across the rugby field, you will then come to middle campus, the law faculty is on middle campus, and also our office, Masingeni building, the office is there. Also, international office is on the 3rd floor of the Masingeni building. Behind the Masingeni building is the School of Economics. So in between, you need to come for economics, you need to walk, or you take the bus on lower campus. Lower campus, we have the dance, School of Dance, we have College of Music, we have the Baxter Theatre, we have the School of Education, Bremner Building, where the Vice Chancellor and certain people sit of UCT, HR, and also the registrar. Then behind the law faculty, we have All Africa House. That is, but I can speak about All Africa House when I get there. Then further on, further away from us at the hospital, Grooteskier or UCT Private Academic Hospital, there's where the health sciences faculty is situated. We will then drive you around the Res in Main Road, and that will take at least 1 hour. We have career exhibitions for you when we invite companies to come and network with our students. You will be part of the alumni if you finish at UCT. You will still get support for the next 3 years after your graduation. You can visit the student portal for job opportunities. We also prepare you for your interview. We also prepare you for how to write a CV, and the career services people are available to guide you accordingly. We have big expos basically once a year. Where a lot of companies will come. Then we also have a few smaller ones, and the ones also that arrange interns and so forth for you. That is basically All Africa House, the building behind School of behind the law faculty. It's like in B&B. There's like 36 bed space with kitchenettes and stuff. That's also conference facilities and whatever you would like to do there. So application process. So when does applications open? Applications open the 1st of April and it closes the 31st of July. So you apply with your current results, especially those in the final year of study. You apply with your final result. Then upon the receipt of your final results, you then email a certified copy of that results also to us. But during the application process, you maybe upload your passport or your ID, a certified copy of that. Interim results doesn't need to be certified, but you can then send your final results as a certified copy, basically. You may still change program. So the program you can change by the end of August. You just write us an email and say program change, the subject line, and you change the program, say, but please change my law to a BA degree. Please change my BA degree to a science to law, whatever you say, we will change that accordingly. So we need the results available to apply and then you update the results constantly if you get new results that the faculties can view and assess that result. But the final result will be the determining factor if you get a place to study or not. You can track your result, so you will get this a username that is also basically a lifelong student number. So then you will visit your student portal to see your status, what will say. If you say DDEF maybe results, that means we wait for a better set of results. DDEF final, so we just wait on your final to make you a firm offer. So international students by the end of November, 15 November, they need to have an offer, conditional or firm, in order for them to apply for a study visa. If they don't have the study visa, then if they don't have a conditional offer by the 15th of November, it is too late then after that to apply for the visa process, basically. So then we will cancel the application. So on the 12th of April, just to mention, is our open day. So open day work like this is maybe 3% hybrid. Only the talks of deans of the 6 faculties and the VC welcome message will be live streamed on the campus, and it will also be live streamed to the wider public. So we'll publish our programs for public to access, and you can view that. Then, by the 12th, on the 12th, we have our open day. Law will have it on middle campus. Science, commerce, law, humanities, and engineering will have the upper campus. Health sciences will have it at health sciences faculty to showcase the equipment, the facilities, their labs, and whatever they need to impress people with. So that is open day for UCT. So that is also the QR code that will, the application link is also in there, and just get the application in. Faculties will communicate of what you still need to submit, what you still need to get to them. But the most important thing is to apply widely. Don't just apply to one university. See the university, this university has my program, I apply to the university. Let the application process run its course. Then when we accept students, so our academic year runs from February mainly to November, and in January we will make that offer. So by the 13th of January onwards, that is when the final offers will come out. You're welcome to email me. You're welcome to set up your own maybe Zoom meeting with me. Then we can discuss your application in detail, your application process. Maybe not now, maybe after the application process is open, then maybe we can start the conversations about that kind of stuff. But you're welcome to come and visit. You can welcome to write to us, and we can assist you along the way. There's still a few minutes left for questions, if there's any. There's still seven minutes left.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jemaar, and also for your invitation for personal contact. I'm sure that there will be families that will take you up on that and to get a better clarity on the situation specifically for their children and students. Yeah, so thank you for that. If there are any questions, you are welcome to put the question in the chat, and we will address those. Maybe whilst you are typing or thinking about the question, Mr. Jemaar, if I may ask a question.
No problem, no problem.
Yes, thank you. So, so most of our students do write the SAT. The university letter that you mentioned is not anymore accepted by USAF for South African students. So we
yes, for South African students, yes.
Yes,
It's mainly
so
for international students. Yeah. So if you're in the
exactly.
borders of South Africa,
Yeah.
or South African student, basically, then that letter is not applicable to them, basically.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So thank you. So you mentioned that the SATs are then considered by the faculties.
Yes.
How and where can we find that specific information in terms of what that requirement would be for our students?
Yes. So the only faculty basically that got that requirement is the commerce faculty. Other
Okay.
faculties don't put it up, and they just say they, as I said before, on merit and individually they will assess that.
Okay.
So maybe they have a set of criteria, but they don't publish it widely.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
so it's only the commerce faculty, yes. So they
Yeah.
will say maybe SAT 1, a score of 1,500, 1,050,
Yeah.
the subminimum of a subminimum of 500 for both verbal
Okay.
and mathematical scores.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is even lower than what is asked for by our USAF. So that
Yes.
will our students would be able to meet that easily. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah, UCF got their criteria, but each university got their own individual
Yes.
set of rules and stuff also, yeah.
Yeah, of course. No, that's great. And then another question. So, although our students are already writing the SATs
Yes.
for USAF, the latest news from USAF is that they're also accepting the NBTs. So,
Yes.
maybe
So
then,
so
yeah, sorry, Mr. Jemaar, you can go ahead.
so the deans, maybe for the matric exemption, so the deans can give conditional acceptance or conditional exemption,
Yeah,
and they can use their discretion. And that MBT comes in handy then in order for them to make that decision, basically.
yeah,
So it's good to write the MBT to just give them um, some evidence that this student is capable of university level work, something like that, in order to
yeah,
support that UCF application. Because university also assists students with that UCF application. So what we will do is we will accept them. They don't need to have the UCF exemption letter or
yeah,
certificate. And but we will see, will this student get if we need to apply with the student, will they qualify for that exemption? That's
yeah.
basically the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, that makes sense, and we do appreciate the extra help offered by the university then with the USAF application as well. Yeah. So thank you. I'm just taking a look. There's no extra questions. Any questions by anyone? You're welcome to post again. Just an invitation on that.
And
Whilst
if they maybe think about questions later on, they can email me. Um, then
thank
because
you.
I must also maybe sometimes do more research and get from the faculty
Yeah.
what their stance is on a particular
Yeah. Awesome.
program and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for that invitation. I personally will take you up on that for my budding engineer that's
No, no problem.
will be matriculating soon. And one more question that we had recently from one of our families, because
Mm-mm.
our students usually do not take the NBT, as you mentioned, it's not widely applied by the other universities. Do you have any recommendations in terms of how they, what resources they can use to apply for that?
So the MIT is just an MIT website. It's just www.nbt.ac.za,
Yes.
and they can Google Olico.
Can you spell that, please?
Olico. I put it in the chat.
Oh,
OLICO.
oh, there we are.
So
Okay, thank
they
you.
can just Google that. So there's like a few PDFs of how they structure the MBT, because the MBT, it is multiple choice,
Yeah,
and they can have like a practice session maybe to see, okay, this is how they structure the MBT. But
yeah,
also I can send you the MBT booklet.
yeah,
Then they explain basically what they test in mathematics, what
yes.
they test in the QL, what they
Yeah.
test in the language component. Then you can just share it with them.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. You can do that. And then for our Kairos families, I will share that. I think on the SAT on our SAT group, and maybe also on the tertiary group. So that's
Yes, yes,
thank you so
no
much for
problem.
that. Okay, but then we have formally run out of time.
Yes,
So, Mr. Jemaar, thank you so much for a very informative presentation. I, for one, were very impressed with also the flexibility that you've incorporated into the programs, which is wonderful to see. So that does make, I think, it better for the students who are sometimes not completely sure still what they
Yes,
want to
yes.
do. So that's a great step forward, and we wish you also well with all the queries that you will receive from from
No
our
problem.
families and others.
No
And
problem.
yeah, may you have a blessed day. And thank you
Thank you.
also.
Thank you so much. All the best and keep well.
Thank you so much. And thank you
Thank you.
also for all our families that have attended today and those that will be dialing in to our webinar on our YouTube channel. We also trust that you would have found this enjoyable and valuable. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Keep
Uh,
well.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye bye.
Bye.